Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us at the MarketSite studio in Times Square, New York City, we have David Kunnen. He's the CEO of Stock Events to discuss the advantages of event-driven investment tracking. David, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you for having me.
What inspired you to create Stock Events, and what sets it apart from other investment apps that are on the market?
I'm investing into stocks for some time now, and I noticed that there are certain events that are important and decisive when it comes to how a stock performs. And well, I was searching for some kind of app to help me keep track of these events, and there wasn't anything I could find. So I created it myself, then for myself first of all, and after publishing it to the app stores, I noticed very fast that there's many people who are also interested in this kind of event-driven stock tracking. And that was 2 years ago, right before the pandemic, and since then it's been growing very fast, and we have got lots of new users. And that's also how we set ourselves apart from other investment tracking apps, because usually you can track your stocks, enter your shares, and you see your portfolio value, but you are not really, you can't really see what's going on with your stocks and what's happening.
So when you talk about events, you mean something like earnings, as an example,
Mm-hmm.
or so why is it important to keep track of events around investments?
It's important because it helps you to make more or better and more timely decisions. For example, earnings are very important. Usually you miss these dates because you have lots of investments and you don't really know when will which earnings call happen, and maybe you want to make decisions based on earnings, maybe before the earnings or after the earnings, or right after the earnings. And well, it's very easy to miss these events. Another example are dividends. Mm-hmm. To receive a dividend payment, you have to buy the stock before the X date, and if you don't do that, you will not receive the payment. But if you have 20 or 30 stocks in your portfolio, it's very hard to keep track of each and every one of these X dates, and it's very easy to miss them. Another popular example right now are CPIs, or earnings interest rate decisions. Right. Every time it's a huge up or huge down, and that's also how we help keep track of these kinds of events.
So all these events are consolidated on this one app?
Yes.
Right, which is good because it's so disjointed. You could go on one website for earnings, one for FDA approvals, one for CPI and other macro data, which does make it confusing because it's kind of all over the place. So why did you partner with Nasdaq, and how does it help? How does the data help to improve the user experience?
The Nasdaq provides us with high quality event data, especially on a global scale, because we have users from all over the planet, and it's especially in non-US countries, it's very hard to get good data. For example, Australia, Japan, Korea, or Europe, to get high quality dividend data, for example, is very hard. And that's why we partner with Nasdaq to get high quality data, and that's a great way to increase our user experience.
All right, David, appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.